I'm Jennifer Marie Keller. Welcome to my Diary of a Painter. This week, I'm going to be working on part 2 of my quarantine painting. But first, I wanted to give another studio tour because I rearranged everything again. Because we had our Christmas tree where my easel was, but we moved it all here, which works much better. So over here now, I've got my setup where I can step really far back, which is nice. And these windows are almost north-facing windows, so I get all this light, which is great. And now I've got my crates that I have set up as the bookshelves, which now I have the TV on there, which I don't watch TV, but I use it for pretty much just acts like a monitor for if I'm using a photo reference. And then we also got couches from our neighbor. So now we have this nice cozy section right here. So before I was working on big pieces here, and then in this section I was working on other pieces. But now that we have baby Jude with us, who just turned 4 months old today, which is crazy to think about. I want this area here. When he starts crawling, I'll put a baby gate up right here. So it's like a play area for him. So now we've got this nice cozy little section for him. This is our second year renting this house, and I feel like maybe 4 or 5 different orientations of like studio arrangement I've had in here. I'm just like always moving stuff around to figure out the best spot for different things for easels and such. And I just change it for different projects to make it fit what I want. But I love this. This is pretty awesome. I like how now I have this cozy section over here. Fireplace in my studio. I now want that forever, if that's possible, when we move out of this house that we're renting. And then I've got, I don't really drink when I work, but this is a bar, so that's pretty cool that that's in my studio too. So yes. I really like this new setup. So now I'm going to be working on this painting. Everything's pretty much, the gist is definitely in. Before I was working it pretty piecemeal, and now I want to work it all at once so that it gets more unity, and I want to just be a little bit more subtle now with values and everything, and clean up a lot of stuff like around the figures and all that. But that's going to be honestly, I think, a challenge to find times where I can work the whole painting at once while also taking care of Jude, where I get long enough painting sessions to do that. It's a pretty small painting, so maybe it won't be as hard as what I'm thinking to do that. But we'll see. I want to finish it this week, but we'll also see about that because it's Christmas this week, and Eric, Jude, and I are going to be doing Christmas things this week to celebrate the holidays. So I don't know if it'll get done this week or not, but I'm going to try. Finished the quarantine painting last night. I just pulled my light box out because it is one of those rare rainy California days. It's a little dark in here. But I will be showing this again once I get it varnished in a few months. But this is my quarantine painting. I'm not sure on the title. I probably will just call it my quarantine painting because that is the inspiration. The whole idea behind it, how quarantine is feeling like to me. You can see the painting, ink sketch that inspired it all, my composition sketch for it, and the finished piece. So it is actually now Jude's 5th month birthday. So this video is like taking me a full month to get this out and work on this painting. It didn't take me a month to paint it. It's just, I'm still learning after my maternity leave how I am going to be painting and also taking care of a baby at the same time. So this type of painting I'm really unfamiliar with, kind of like this out of my head imagination type. It's definitely where I want to go more in the future, make these type of narrative paintings, and also really challenging and just figuring a lot of stuff out then on the canvas, which is like this background, like once you get up close to it, it's just a mess of paint, which I love. I think this is probably the most fun part of the painting, is painting something like this where it locks together and it looks like a city on a waterfront and a city in a hill. And really the last thing that I was working on then was the figures, getting these figures worked out. I might even borrow, I really like this image here, so I might borrow that and put that in some other paintings too. I just love having the spines touch there. I think that's super interesting visually. So I'm gonna put this painting away for a while, see if it's actually finished or if I want to do more stuff to it. I like to just have a break from it for a while and then see it with fresh eyes and see what I think.